Good morning from Chris and Cindy. Well, we're finally doing it. I've had a lot of patients over the years asking me to do a YouTube video or a podcast or something to help educate people on how to get healthy. And I've resisted because I've been so busy. And I felt there was a lot of people doing podcasts and YouTube videos. But my husband's been wanting to do adventure videos, and I said, well, we want to travel, and why don't we combine travel and adventure with getting healthy while you're traveling and adventuring? And actually, why not get people healthy so they can travel and enjoy their adventures after they're 65? So this is for the young people, but it's also for the baby boomers, because baby boomers worked hard their whole lives. They raised their kids, they paid off the bills, they worked, and with the end goal, we're going to travel, we're going to enjoy our life when we're retired. And then they start with knee surgeries and shoulder surgeries and hip surgeries and heart attacks and high blood pressure, and all they have too many doctor visits to travel. So that's what this is all about. We are going to travel, and we are going to show you how you can enjoy travel in good health as well. So I graduated from chiropractic school at Northwestern in 1984 and served the public for 43 years, and in nutrition, health, holistic medicine, energy medicine, chiropractic, physical therapy, work, hardening, work conditioning, sports medicine. Did a lot of travel around the world and helping people from other cultures get back into balance physically, and found that most of them started having health issues when they started having medical health care and medical access to medical services. So let's keep you from your first pharmaceutical medication and bring you into health with God's nature, through the food, through the exercise, through the sunlight, through good water, and good nutrition. So here we are at our family cabin, which isn't much of a cabin anymore. My dad had the great vision to build it so that they will come, and so he built this amazing place so that the whole family could come and gather and enjoy each other's time. So we are here at our parents' cabin. My mom and dad built this for us as a family, and so we're here upstairs in the kitchen, and I wanted to just let you know what my morning routine is. So first thing in the morning, first of all at night, I use the stem cell patches from X30, from LifeWave. Our website will post it so you can see it. If you ever want to order some of these, you can get them as a preferred customer at wholesale price, just the same price I get them at. And so I really like the Elevative for helping me get into a nice deep sleep, because postmenopausal people tend to have more issues with sleep, and this helps with the melatonin, helps to skin repair, helps reverse aging in the way of repairing your cells. So, and of course then in the morning we put on the X39 patch and the X49 patch. The X39 patch is the one we call our stem cell patch, which helps our body activate the copper peptides so that our body can make more stem cells. We take our cellular energy drink, because it has all the nutrition in it to help to be able to build stem cells. It has many ingredients that I used to have to take several bottles of supplements to be able to get that much nutrition in my body. So I was really happy to find LifeWave and David Schmidt and his research. Of course, I didn't believe it right away, so I flew out to California and listened to him speak, talked to a lot of people who had been using the patches from all around the world, and read the research and saw that it's legitimate. So what I've done is I've taken, over the 43 years, really more like 48 years that I've been exploring health and nutrition, I found many companies, many inventors, and I found that there's products that work and products that don't work. So I had, with the combination of a couple of naturopathic doctors who did live blood cell work, we would take people's blood a sample of their blood, look at it on a microscope, give the patient the products, and then retest their blood to see if it actually had the effect that the company claimed it had. And so that's where I've sort of gotten a mix of products that I really trust and use, because if it doesn't change your blood, it's not going to change you. So I'll introduce a few of those product lines, a few of the companies here. A lot of these products will not be available to the general public. You need to have a doctor's referral, but we have websites set up that you can go directly to the company or have an open prescription for people to order if they want it. I did have the opportunity to meet and co-lecture with Dr. Patrick Flanagan, who invented the hydrogen product. He stabilized hydrogen in silica with a 33-step process. He was a research scientist. You can look him up. We'll probably post, something on him in the future, but we measured that and saw nothing like it. 1 scoop of microhydrin powder in your water is equivalent to quintillions of electrons of hydrogen ions, and it brings the oxygen reducing capacity down below minus 600, which almost nothing can bring the ORAC value to that level. So all you have to do is add water, and I found this company that has a water structure system that takes your good water that you've cleansed and you've filtered, and you push a button and it structures your water in about 15 to 20 minutes. This one pitcher will last you a lifetime for 2 people, 35 years for 2 people. You never have to replace filters. It helps to put energy back in the water and restructure the water so that it can flow through your cells easily, pulling in nutrients and removing toxic metals. And so I'm going to use this water in my glass. I'm about to purchase from LifeWave one of their X22 water hydrators, and they've just been released to the public, but I don't have one yet, so I'm still using my filtered water, structured water, and I am going to give Chris and I each a nice dose of hydrogen, which hydrogen is the fuel of life. It is hydrogen that makes the difference between a percentage of hydrogen in the bodies that makes the difference between an infant and a 70-year-old man or woman. By the time you're 70, you have very, very little hydrogen in your brain, and your body is very, very devoid of hydrated cells. So Chris and I are going to enjoy a glass of hydrogen. Now, it would take about, Dr. Flanagan said 1,000 glasses of fresh squeezed organic juice to equal the amount of hydrogen you're getting from this 1 glass of microhydrin. So you can also find microhydrin on our website, which we will post, which is elite.sportsmedicine.com. I believe that's what we have our website set at, and we will help you be able to get it directly once you give us a call. But cheers up. So this will give me enough energy for the day to be able to take care of my mother, who is 93 years old. And my siblings and I are taking turns caring for her. And that's really the reason I retired, because I wanted to be able to participate in my week of taking care of my mom. So then we do this Cellergize morning drink, where again we add our hydrated water. So now, as you see, I'm not promoting one company. I'm just showing you what I have found to really work, reversing health issues in people that have come to me for advice for healing. So usually we start our day with fresh squeezed orange juice. Now I have a much simpler, I have 3 different juicers. I have a Vitamix, Then I use an extractor, and I also have just a simple little cut it in half and juice it, sort of a juicer for just the oranges, because that's much simpler. But today I'm going to run it through this juicer because I don't have my citrus juicer with me. So we are just going to run this through our juicer this morning. Fresh squeezed oranges. The Vitamix you leave, you know, will actually keep the pulp in your juice. However, this is a Jack LaLanne power juicer, which I picked up at a secondhand store. You can easily find these at secondhand stores because people buy them and then they decide it's too much work and they don't use them. So you shouldn't have to buy these first brand new. You should be able to find them at Goodwill or secondhand store if you go very often. Now I'm only peeling the peel right now because I was not able to buy organic oranges where I shopped. So for that reason I'm removing the peel. Normally you can put the peel right in the juicer. Interesting enough, the juicing phenomenon and the juicing promotion started with the company called Juice Plus, and the person who discovered the power of the enzymes in the juice built an extractor that would push the fruit through and maintain all of the nutrient because there was no high temperature to destroy the enzymes. So it was a flash dry process which maintained the enzymes. However, I do believe that, you know, companies change the way that they make things, but they are able to keep the name brand because they coined the name. So that's just another little trick to know. I continue to test every company after they came out with their product and had great success. I would continue to test it with live blood cell analysis, and I was seeing that things would change. So now I'm going to run this through here, and this is going to extract the pulp, which I prefer not to extract the pulp, but today we're going to have to do it this way because I don't have my other juicer. And I think I can fit them all. Well, maybe not that one. So Chris and I are going to enjoy fresh squeezed orange juice this morning. Might have too much in there. It also helps if you do peel. Oftentimes these juicers that are built to be able to have, you know, the peel will get plugged up. So it does help to take the peel out. Oh, I love this one. One thing that happens is you often end up with a full pitcher and some dripping. So I usually have another glass to catch that. Normally I have a larger container, but I'm at the cabin and I didn't have a larger container. Now I am going to pour this into Chris's glass. Enjoy. And I'm going to make myself one little trick that I found is after I've run the juice through, I run a little water through it and you get more juice extracted. Cleans out your juicer for you. Another little trick that I found, and I don't think a official juicer would recommend doing this, but I don't like to waste anything. I'm very frugal. I come from a German descent in the Midwest, and so we're very frugal. I oftentimes rerun the pulp back through the juicer to just get every little bit of nutrition out of that. And then the leftover pulp you can use to bake bread muffins or different types of muffins, or make throw it in a salad or something like that. Throw it on top of the salad, because that's all good stuff there. Now, this is what we're going to do, is have our juice first this morning, and then we wait, maybe an hour or so. And now this, by the way, is full of enzymes, and Chris, you need to drink it within 7 minutes, or the enzymes are destroyed and the hydrogen is evaporated. So I don't sip it, I pound it. Pound it is sort of a Midwestern term for, you pound a few hundred beers is sort of the Minnesota thing. But I pound my glass of juice. Anyway, but because we have this wonderful enzyme-rich juice, we don't need enzymes. But I have enzymes sitting out here because anytime any food has been destroyed by processing or by heat, cooking, you lose the enzymes. That kills the enzymes. That's why you can your fruits and vegetables, because that will preserve your fruits and vegetables, because it destroys the enzymes which are trying to break down your fruits and vegetables so that you can digest them. So anytime you eat a food that is cooked or processed, you must add an enzyme. I've got 2 enzymes that I really like here. This is a company called Transformation Enzyme. We'll post that website so you can order, but it'll be on our website as well, on how to get it. But I like the Digest is the most potent, complete enzyme. It has all of your enzymes necessary for breaking down vegetables, fruit, meat, fats, pretty much everything. It's got your proteolytic enzymes. It's got your lipo enzymes, which is for your fat. It's got your amylase, salivary amylase, which is what normally you have in your saliva. It has a lot of different forms of proteolytic enzymes. It also has enzymes that help break down the peel of your vegetables. Now I like the release sign for people who have more of a problem with. This one is really great for anyone that has some fat digestive issues. You've got high cholesterol, you've got gallbladder issues, or you've had your gallbladder removed. You absolutely need this with every single meal, because you no longer have a fat digesting organ. If you have issues with blood sugar, that's your pancreas. Your pancreas makes most of these enzymes, and it also leaves you devoid of proper enzymatic function. So it's very important to take the pressure off your pancreas by taking digestive enzymes. So the release sign I like because it has several different herbs in there that help also improve the motility of the colon, so that it will help like a daily cleanse. It's like a daily cleanse. And I like to take these for people who perhaps have a little constipation, don't have a great, flowing bowel movement. Then the release on 2 at night will really help, things become very active in the morning. If you have diarrhea, I would probably stick with the Digest, because you really don't want to stimulate the, the colon. We'll talk a little more about digestion. This is just sort of an intro. Now, another thing I'm going to kind of talk about here is another wonderful inventor, scientist, doctor, medical doctor from Italy that we met and had a chance to interview and invite him up to our hometown to do a lecture. He did a $10 million triple crossover study on the actual exact amino acids necessary and the specific amount of each amino acid necessary for the human species, which had never been done at that point. Now, he did it to help people that had cancer or were elderly, and they had no energy, they had no strength, their muscles were deteriorating, they were emaciated. And so he would be able to build muscle on those sick and elderly people, or people they're on dialysis and they can't eat protein because they can't digest their protein, their kidneys can't break it down. This is 99.9% pre-digested protein. It is follows an anabolic pathway, which means that it builds muscle, but does not produce energy. We do this for the energy. We do this for the energy. We do this for the energy. We do food for the energy. This one is designed to build strength and muscle and endurance. And all of your heart muscles, your digestive organs are muscle. There's muscles that control the eyes. There's muscles that control everything in our body. So muscle formation is very, very important. And this is an amazing nutrient. This you can also find on our website, elite.sportsmedicine.com. What we're doing is there's no one company, so not like a company that sells all these things under one roof. We always hoped we could find a company that would do that, but I'm just going to try to give you links so you can go ahead and get the things that I recommend for yourself. This one also right now, our partners on our wonderful camping trip that you probably watched the video of are on a goal to try to lose some body fat, gain some muscle and strength. And so we are going to be using this for for a muscle gain and fat loss program. And the way that Dr. Lucas Moretti and the Italian medical system tested this product was they had you take 1 pound of fruit in the morning and 4 tablets of this, and that's a complete meal. 2 hours later, you have one of the selected snacks. So snacking is very, very important for increasing your muscle tone, for increasing your metabolism so that you will break down your fat. So Dr. Lucas Moretti would joke around with us. He'd say, "You Americans, you have a floppy skin from all the dieting and the yo-yo diets." He said, "You reduce the calories and increase, and then you always go back to your normal diet, and so you gain the weight back, and now you got the floppy skin." I try to tell Dr. Lucas, that floppy is a forbidden word in America. I mean, flabby is bad enough, but floppy? No, thank you. The last thing I want is floppy skin. Anyway, so he said, you do this, you eat every 2 hours the choice foods, which we're also going to post on our website, the diet, and you want to, snack all day long. Just like, you watch the animals out there just snacking all day long. We want to just sort of graze. I do believe in intermittent fasting intermittently. That's the whole point of intermittent fasting. Too many people are just deciding they're not going to eat until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which is not in line with intermittent fasting. That is going to slow your metabolism down so that your body now will conserve energy. It will not burn fat, it will not burn muscle, because it's a bank with very little money in it. So it's going to be very, very frugal and conservative. It's not going to, your body is going to withhold energy. It's going to slow your metabolism, which is going to negatively impact your thyroid, as well as all of your body functions, your heart. Everything will slow down, and that's what we want. We want more energy. We want to be more active. So that's my morning ritual, and just a quick brief. I guess nothing I do is ever brief. Ask anyone who knows me, but it's just a little bit of a intro to our typical day. And I guess I have the progesterone cream out here right now as well, because most women are devoid, and men are devoid, of progesterone. This comes from a natural source of it's plant-based progesterone, precursor to progesterone, so it's safe, and you put it topically on your skin. Topically applied progesterone cream has been proven to be more effective at changing and improving your hormone levels than than orally taking, because it doesn't pass through the liver, it passes through the skin. So that's a really great thing for men and women to take on a regular basis. Progesterone in the natural form from a plant on the skin does not increase your risks of cancer. It actually protects you from cancer, according to Dr. John R. Lee. Dr. John R. Lee, you can look him up probably on YouTube videos and kind of watch some of his videos that discuss progesterone. We're very highly exposed to estrogen and xenohormones in our American lifestyle, because things are stored in plastic to save on shipping. We're cooking things in plastic. We're using there's pesticides are all producing xenohormones, and pesticides are put down into the soil. Food is grown on that soil, and then we eat it. The water that we drink has been filtered, but there is not a filtration system that is being done from a government standpoint that removes the xenohormones or the estrogens. And I hope that that RFK is going to address that issue, and it becomes, something that we do as a society, is to protect ourselves from cancer, because estrogen does drive cancer and causes the growth of tumors. Another website I recommend watching, World Without Cancer by Edward D. Griffith. That will kind of explain a lot about what basically tumors are, and they are driven by hormones. So anyway, nice to see you. Have a good day.